Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another video. I want to give you guys an update and tell you some news and some things that are happening next week, which I think you guys are all going to be really excited about. So on Sunday, I'm jumping on a plane and I'm heading back to Australia. And I'm only going to be there for a week and it is a business trip. Now the main focus of this trip is so that I need to get 20 RB30's all stripped and all this other stuff, like all ready for shipping to the USA. So I'll be covering all of that, which will be awesome content. And I think you guys are really gonna love it, especially people that don't know much about the RB30, the 3-liter RB and all this kind of stuff. And anyone in the States as well that doesn't know anything about it. They're a really awesome engine. They're a 3-liter RB, as I said. So they're kind of like on par displacement wise with the JZ, and it's a very sought after motor because people do really big horsepower builds on them and they want to put them in their Skylines. And as you know, Skylines just became available in the States, so everyone's just kind of going crazy, wants RB30's, and I'm like one of the biggest suppliers to the US. One of my friends, Kevin from Go Zero Motorsports, I'll put a link to him in the description if you're after one of those RB30's that I'll be shipping over. He already has pre-orders and all that stuff organized on his website, so hit him up. Okay, so once all of that's sorted out, I'm gonna be doing a stack of other stuff. So the drift car is gonna get a little bit of work on it. We're gonna finish assembling the RB20 for that, as well as I'm bringing some parts from Japan for it. That'll be cool. I'll show you that in a little bit in the video. As well as my R34 is getting some work. We're putting a 2-way diff in that. Tomei was just gracious enough to get that to me at an amazing price. So shout out to them. If you need any Tomei stuff, hit up my business at Taki Garage. Anyways, enough plugs. So R34 is getting worked on. The drift car is getting worked on. I am going to a drift event on Friday night drifts at Queensland Raceway. So I'm really excited about hitting that with my new diff and just as well like putting in, you know, I guess practicing more. This week, I have actually been actively bidding on cars here in Japan, and that's for myself. So we're finally at a stage now where I am able to afford and organize space and stuff for me to have a car here in Japan, which is freaking awesome. I'm not gonna give you guys any hints as to what the car is yet. Obviously, you know, I've been bidding on a few cars and I haven't won, but I'm confident by the end of this month I will have a car. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be awesome. So yeah, as I said, next week I'm in Australia for the entire time, and I'm gonna be running around doing heaps of crazy car related stuff. And yeah, just watch this space, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So some parts have arrived and I want to show you guys that, as well as I want to show you the stuff that I'm taking back to Australia with me. Okay, so what I have here are GTR CV shafts, and then I have the Nismo like GT LSD, GT Pro, I think it's called LSD, stub axles. Now, these are the 6-bolt spaced editions, so they kind of look like the 5-bolt ones that go on the Skylines, but these are a lot more stronger and beefier. They come in the 350, 370Zs and the GTRs. These shafts are beefy as hell. They pretty much make the S chassis 6-bolt like together bolted ones, the ones where they have like 2 bolts together here and then 2 to here, 2 to here, those really piss weak ones. They make those look like toothpicks in comparison to these. They're freaking awesome. Obviously this goes to your hub. This bolts up to the stub axle like so, and then this is in your diff. Normally, obviously, these are in your diff when you put it in, and then you bolt your CV shafts to them. Really common upgrade for anyone into drifting, racing, and stuff like that with a 2-way diff, just because you know you want to strengthen and have really strong CV shafts. When you put a 2-way in, you are putting extra stress and stuff like that onto your CV shafts. So you know it's a very common thing that people want to upgrade, especially as I said, those really piss weak ones that came out in the S chassis. Wasn't per se the actual like bolting patterns here that were weak. It was more the mechanisms that they put in the actual CV shafts themselves. I can't remember the exact name of the mechanism they used, but it's really weak and it just under like horsepower just breaks apart like crazy. You can Google it and you can see all the diagrams there that explain it. It's really interesting actually. Anyway, so my customer, he about a month ago bought a Nismo LSD off me, and then decided he wanted to upgrade his CV shafts as well. So I sourced all of these for him, hooked them all up. These are just a second-hand pair, obviously. They're probably the best condition ones I could find. So there's no like splitting in the boots or anything like that. And the shafts here are in pretty good condition. Throw a bit of anti-seize on that when you put them in and she'll be mint. So overall, I just wanted to show you this because this is an upgrade a lot of people don't know that they can do. For this particular method though, you will need a Nismo GT Pro LSD. There are some other options out there. There are some guys that fabricate up the stub axles for like the viscous LSD and all those other different types of diff centers, where the one's longer and one's shorter. What he does is he laser cuts out the 6-bolt pattern here, and then he cuts off the old one and welds that on to, essentially does a cut and shut job on the stub axles, and then you're then able to bolt up GTR shafts to your R200 diff. You can do that as well, there's no problem with that. I guess it just comes down to your preference, but I prefer this method because you're not doing any cutting and shutting or worrying about anything like that, which is quite nice. Alright, so here are the parts that I'm taking back with me to Australia. First thing in this box is a crown wheel and a pinion for my R34 diff. Now, as I said, Tomei, the amazing guys there, they hooked me up with a 2-way diff, so I'm putting that in the R34. Now, the R34 currently does have a 4.3 ratio diff, as some of you know, I did lock that diff by double shimming it. So I took it all out myself, put 2 shims on either side, put it all back together, and it's tight and locked, right? So I'm not sure of the condition of the crown wheel and the pinion in that diff, and just in case I've damaged it in some way when we pull it all apart to put the new Tomei one in, I wanted to have a backup spare. So that's what's here, and if for some reason I don't need this, I'll put this in the drift car in the 200SX or 180SX. There's some Otaku Garage stickers. Here we have RB26 cam covers or rocket covers, whatever you want to call them, and they're going on the RB20 that's going in the drift car. Reason why I'm putting 26 covers on an RB20, you might ask? The baffles and the vents. The vents are just in the best location for an RB. They're up the back next to the fire, pretty much against the firewall. You've ripped the old factory ones out, weld bungs in, and yeah, like it's. I mean, if anyone knows what an RB looks like in an engine bay, especially the RB26 covers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I don't think I need to explain that anymore. But yeah, so this is coming back with me. We'll clean it up, we'll weld bungs in it and get it powder coated. So that's gonna look sick. I also want to thank you guys for all your support. You guys have been like liking, sharing, commenting, and everything just on the Koshkubi like vlog series that I did with Koshkubi-san. Thank you so much for that. Koshkubi is like really happy with how things are progressing. Obviously with the promo video, that's still quite a while away. We're hoping to have it out by the end of this month. Where it's at now is kind of like translation, cut and edit stage. So it's more of like, we're picking out the pieces of all the interviews that we want to put in the main production. And then once we have that, May's going through right now and doing all of the translation and the subtitles. So that is quite time consuming. So hopefully by the end of this month, worst case scenario, first week of next month, I would say. Where is the video going to be posted? It'll be on Koshkubi-san's Facebook. He has a page for Koshkubi Engineering and then his group that he calls Zero Spirits Racing. If you're wondering what Zero Spirits Racing is, it's kind of like a network and a group of individuals or business owners that Koshkubi has like created. I'm a part of that, as well as quite a few other like local workshops close to Koshkubi. And what we do is we essentially all work together to build like the highest quality Japanese performance cars and things like that that we can. So there's a Facebook page called Zero Spirits Racing. Go like that. You'll definitely see the promo video posted there. I'll also be sharing the video on the Otaku Garage Facebook page. And I'll be doing also like kind of a preview video before the video goes live on my channel. So keep an eye out for those guys. It's going to be really exciting. And I guess I'm really pumped. And I can't wait to hear what you guys think of it. Obviously you got to see a lot of the behind the scenes of what was happening. So yeah, I'm pumped for that. I think that's pretty much it for this video. So thanks heaps, guys. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all when I'm in Australia. And I'll see you then. Ja mata ne.